Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? We have incredible news right here. Incredible news that is just now breaking. And I got an inside track on a confirmation. So let me just tell you what's going on here. But it looks like finally, it looks as if finally the leader of Hamas, the guy that we've been hunting down for over a year in the Gaza Strip, it looks like Sinwar is dead. And this is just now breaking, folks, within the hour, actually, about 30 minutes ago, that it's started to seep out. The news media is still not sure, but I do have confirmation. And let me just tell you all about that, guys. And again, it's a very fluid situation there, but an incredible situation there in Israel, okay, and in the Holy Land, in the war. And there's more than that. Then there's some serious threats from Russia now on Israel. Let me just tell you what's going on here. This is getting very, very volatile today. During the Feast of Tabernacles, we're having prophetic events taking place on a biblical scale, and we are watching this very, very closely. Let me tell you what's going on. First, if you don't mind, a shout out for getolive1.com. That's getolive1.com. Would you believe it if I told you that inside your pantry, probably right now, is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? It's true, folks. It's not just some weird, trendy superfood either. A spoiler alert, it is olive oil. You're probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel younger. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it is a fantastic tool for your insides as well. And according to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiologist, surgeon, nutrition expert, health advocate, you can get as much high quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible. Whether it's taking a shot of it daily or keeping a bottle in your bathroom medicine cabinet, stay ready. Get olive oil. Well, any olive oil will give you some kind of benefits, but it is better if you get the right one. The olive oil industry is huge, and there's a lot of different brands. But if you get the right one, you will be much better off. Guys, if you click on that link below this video, getolive1.com/Paul. That's getolive1.com/Paul. Dr. Stephen Gundry, who came to the realization that people need to have the best olive oil in their system, in their body every day. Guys, do it again. Go to getolive1.com/Paul. You will be very glad that you did. All right. So we have powerful breaking news during this Feast of Tabernacles. And yes, this is day 2. You can send your offerings in. Just go to our website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. Give your Feast of Tabernacle offering. You're in day 2. It's a 7-day feast plus the 8th day of celebration. You definitely don't want to miss out on this. I taught on this yesterday. It's a great video. You might want to watch it. It's called It Is Time. It is time. But let me tell you what's going on, first of all, with this whole situation, guys. This is huge. His name is Sinwar. His name is Sinwar. He is the leader of Hamas. Now, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu's been hunting this guy down. They've been hunting this guy down, guys, for over a year. The mastermind, the leader of Hamas, the reason that there was an October 7th attack. And even though they've killed a lot of Hamas political leaders and commanders, and even though they've killed the head of Hezbollah and took out the top 13 leaders of Hezbollah, and even though the president of Iran crashed into a side of a mountain, this guy right here is who they've been after, Sinwar. But it looks like, according to the reports, that he is dead. And according to my sources internally, it really does look like he's gone. Israeli military is saying The Israeli military said within the hour they are checking now the DNA, but they believe they have killed the Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar following an operation in the Gaza Strip. They saw 3 militants in a location. They tracked them down, hunted them down, and killed all 3. They recovered all 3 bodies. When they, of course, looked at one of them, they realized they had killed Sinwar. The intelligence was that one of them was him. When they looked at him, the identity confirmed it was him. They are now doing official DNA testing because they have his DNA where he was in Israeli prison once before for his terrorist activities, and he got released during one of those prisoner exchanges that goes on. But all good and purposes, they're pretty well sure they know this guy is it. And the confirmation I got from my sources is he is dead. Hamas leader Sinwar. If confirmed, of course, or once we hear the official word from the government, from Israel, Sinwar represents a major boost to the Israeli military and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after a string of high-profile assassinations of prominent leaders of both Hezbollah and Hamas in recent months. Israeli Army radio is saying that the incident had occurred during a targeted ground operation in the city of Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip, during which the Israeli troops killed 3 militants and took their bodies. The visual evidence suggested that it was Hamas's leader, Sinwar. They have Sinwar's DNA, as I said, from a prior Israeli prison stay in Israeli jail. So they're comparing the DNA. Sinwar was the chief architect. This was the mastermind. This guy's the reason that 1,200 innocent Israelis were butchered, murdered, and mutilated at his hands on October 7th, 2023. And when he launched the Al-Aqsa flood. And the reason he did it is because the 5 red heifers from Texas arrived in Israel, and that they were going to look like one of them was going to be used for the sacrifice and the burning of the ashes of the red heifer. Those would be used for the dedication of the 3rd temple. And he decided that has to be stopped. He launched this horrific attack. Israel wanted, they've been hunting for this guy. I mean, they have been hunting and hunting for him. He had been hiding and among the tunnels for the last 20 years. Previously leader of Hamas in the Gaza Strip. It's unbelievable. There was the assassination of the former political chief, Ismail Haniyeh. That took place in Iran in August. You remember when the political leader of Hamas, not the militant leader, which is this guy, but the guy who was the face of Hamas, the political guy who ran around and hung out in Qatar and in Lebanon. Well, he went to the funeral of the president of Iran, whose helicopter crashed into the side of a mountain after he cursed Israel. So that man, Ismail Haniyeh, was assassinated by Mossad, by Israel, in Iran back in August. But the guy they really wanted, the main guy they wanted, was him right here over my shoulder, Sinwar. It's an incredible development, folks, and you can expect a response by Hamas, the Islamic Jihad, probably Hezbollah, maybe even the Iranians, the Houthis, the Syrians. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if the whole ball of wax, the whole kit and caboodle, they used to say, the whole infestation of terrorism, if that whole bunch doesn't just go lose their minds and start shooting rockets and drones and missiles at Israel from every direction. I wouldn't be shocked. Israel also killed, of course, Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, of the Iranian-backed Hezbollah movement last month in Beirut, as well as the other top 12 leaders of Hamas. Hamas realizes they're basically now without a leader. They don't have a political leader. They don't have a military leader. Hezbollah's in the same shape. Really, Israel is putting a stomping on these radical Islamists. So, yeah, I have got confirmation from my folks in Israel, and then also so has Amir Safari. He has now confirmed it, and you'll soon see others. This was an incredible situation here. This report, it is Air Arabia believes that he is dead as well. Now we may be getting censored because you bring up something like this and they don't like it. They don't like it at all. And of course, I put his name and the fact he's dead in the title. I'm sure they don't like this. I'm sure they don't like this. Anyway, this is what's going on. But there's more than that going on. Okay. And that is Russia has threatened Israel this morning as well. Okay. So this is big news. But Russia tells Israel to not even consider attacking the Iranian nuclear facilities. According to TASS News Network out of Russia, Reuters is also confirming Russia is warning Israel to not even consider striking the Iranian nuclear facilities, according to state news agency TASS. They quoted the Deputy Foreign Minister, Sergei Rabakov, this morning. After Iran's missile attack on Israel on October 1st, there has been speculation that Israel could strike Iran's nuclear facilities, as it has long threatened to do. We have repeatedly warned and continue to warn and to caution Israel against even hypothetically considering the possibility of a strike on Iran, its nuclear facilities, and its nuclear infrastructure. This would be a catastrophic development and a complete negation of all existing principles in the area of ensuring nuclear safety. It was not clear in what form Moscow had conveyed such a message to Israel, but they sent it. Israel and the Western countries have long feared that Iran is developing a nuclear bomb under the cover of a civilian nuclear energy program, something that Iran denies. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said this yesterday that Israel would listen to the United States, which has also cautioned against striking a nuclear facility in Iran, but would determine its own actions according to its own national interest. Now, the statement was attached to the Washington Post article, and that they have also are saying that it's a possibility that Netanyahu has told President Joe Biden's administration that Israel would strike Iranian military targets, but not their nuclear or their oil targets. Now, Russian state media quoted as saying that Moscow was in constant contact with Iran, irrespective of the level of tensions in the region. Russia has strengthened ties with the Islamic Republic since the start of its war in Ukraine and is preparing to sign a major partnership agreement with Iran. This is all coming out just now. So I think the reason you're seeing that, everyone knows Israel's going to hit Iran for firing those 181 intercontinental ballistic missiles at Israel the other day. And we all know that Iran is the ones that are managing the war against. They are declared the war. They're the ones that are funding the war against Israel. We know it's coming from the Iranians. And so this is a very, very, very tense moment. I got more information to tell you, but right now, here's the two biggest stories. Number one, it looks as if Hamas leader and architect of the October 7th attack on Israel, Sinwar, is dead, and the killed by Israel's commanders in the Gaza Strip. And the second big breaking news at the moment is that Russia has warned Israel, don't even consider attacking Iran's nuclear facilities. This is, I'm telling you guys, if the Red Horseman of War isn't riding now, I would like to know when he's going to start, because things are getting very, very intense. I'll be right back with more in just a moment. Saturday was silent, and surely it was through. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? Friday's disappointment is Sunday's empty tomb. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? This is the sound of a dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Are you serious? Pentecostal fire, stirring something new. You're not gonna run out of miracles anytime soon. Resurrection power runs in my veins too. I believe there's another miracle here in this room. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again. Prophecy. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Are you serious? My God is able to save and deliver and heal and restore anything that he wants to. Just ask the man who was thrown on the bones of Elisha if there's anything that he can do. Just ask the stone that was rolled at the tomb in the garden. What happens when God says to move? I feel him moving it now. I feel him doing it now. I feel him doing it now. Do it now. Do it now. This is the sound of the bones rattling. Yeah, this is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Are you serious? The prophecies of Ezekiel 37, the threat of Ezekiel 38. Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Prophesy and say to them,
Thus saith the Lord God, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am the Lord, and I will put my spirit in you, and I will place you in your own land, and you shall live. I will place you in your own land. You shall live, 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 live. Can you believe things are happening like the pace they are? Travel, live. Hear the lion roar, the lion of the tribe of Judah. Hear him roar. Oh, that's right. That is right. So, yes, these are big, big, big developments taking place right now, just now breaking that apparently that Hamas mastermind, the leader of the October 7th attack on Israel, Hamas leader Sinwar, is dead. And also, within the hour, Russia has just told Israel, don't even think about it. Don't even consider attacking Iranian nuclear facilities because there would be hell to pay. So we're going to keep a close eye on these developing stories in the Middle East. Of course, there's still the situation developing here in America. I mean, we start talking about the October surprise, in which you can still get a ticket for that. I mean, it's just go to our website and you can get a ticket for October surprise. And I tell you, the information that was shared by all these speakers is so unbelievable. And it included discussions and conversations about Russia and Iran and the Holy Land and Hamas. And there was a lot of discussions also about internally the economy, the assassination attempts on Trump. A great presentation by Doug Hagman on that. The possibilities of the biblical scriptures of the whore that rides the beast. I mean, there is so mystery, Babylon. There's so much in this possibilities, and some of what was talked about in this webinar is coming to pass, and some has come to pass in the October surprise. The October surprise webinar. So if you haven't got a ticket, please go get a ticket. Get a ticket for this. You will be glad that you did. All right. I see that there's a little bit of censorship going on, a little bit of pushing back, what have you. So I'll be back, guys, with some more information, what's going on around the world. There's other things happening that are critical, especially here in this political season we're in here. But there's a lot going on, and so we're going to keep our eyes open and keep bringing it to you. But this was big, huge breaking news. I wanted to be out here ahead of the mainstream, lamestream, fake news media. I'll be back with more right here on the coming apocalypse. I'll be back in less than an hour if you don't get notified, which apparently hardly anybody does. Are you serious? Are you saved?